If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailman code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be taking, I guess, a second look at this Arceus VSTAR deck, which was the first deck that I featured once Brilliant Stars came out, and it seems to have finally caught on, and it's been doing really well in the online tournament scene. It features, of course, Arceus VSTAR with a Trinity Nova attack doing 200 damage and allowing you to attach 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like, along with the ability Starbirth, which allows you to get any 2 cards you want from your deck at any given point and put them into your hand. Combined with the Inteleon Shady Dealings lineup, we have a lot of control over what we have, when we have it, and how we have it, which is always very, very nice. We also have Dunsparce to protect our weakness, remove our weakness to fighting. We have Manaphy to protect our bench with a Wave Beal ability. And we have the tech Farfetch'd with a Leak Lash attack doing 20 damage, and this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. We hit with Arceus with Trinity Nova for 200 or 180, and then we finish off with a double turbo and Farfetch. So pretty nice to see it included. And then we have the one-off Luminion V with the Luminous Sign ability to search for any support that we might need at any given time. Now we are playing a couple of stadiums, one Collapse Stadium to hurt our opponent's bench, but more importantly a couple Battle Peaks, which even though they do shut off our V-Star ability, they also shut off abilities such as Mew and Duraludon, which are pretty important to shut off. We have the Sharon Scare, which is essentially a really good healing card designed specifically for Arceus V-Star, allowing you to put one of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters on it and all cards attached to it into your hand, so we can cycle through the Arceus. And then we have 2 Boss, 2 Marnie to research a Melanie and Raihan. So my initial version focused a lot on Melanie, but this version is actually just having one for potential backup purposes, but not necessary at all. And with the water energies, we can actually utilize Inteleon to help us do damage as well. We have Big Charms to help make Arceus sturdier, as sturdy as Mew VMAX, and I have a Choice Belt included as well in case we need that bonus damage at some point. So very cool list. This is from a Japanese player that I saw recently won an online tournament. So let's jump into ladder and take it for a spin. Alright, so we do end up losing the initial coin flip, which is obviously not ideal, plus a mulligan. Neither of those things are great, but it is what it is. Alright, we took out our Arceus and nothing else, so we need to be able to survive my opponent's turn 2 in order for us not to lose. And going up against Mew VMAX, that seems very, very unlikely. Especially with that start. Yep. I think this will be a quick and sad game 1 showcase of the deck. And this is how it can go against Mew a lot of the time, right? Not a lot you can do about those things. Yeah, it is what it is. My opponent just needs the normal turn 2 Mew VMAX basically to outright just win the game. I'll attach 1 water, because why not? And then we do have a little bit of extra HP, so my opponent does require 2 damage modifiers or all 4 Fusion Strike energy in play in order to win this turn. If we somehow manage to survive, then we might be able to do something, but not looking great. Wow, chooses not to play the fog crystal to get an energy and attach that. That is really weird. There's one power tablet. And there's 2 power tablets. Okay, you got it. So why do that? Why are you doing that? Name not cow. Don't play extra cards. Just win, dude. Just click on the game winning thing. Anyways, don't be disrespectful like name not cow. Yeah? Poor sportsmanship. Anyway, on to the next game. Alrighty, so on to our next game. We did win the coin flip. Now we're up against Duraludon Arceus, I imagine. So it's gonna be a while before my opponent actually does any sort of significant damage. So I'm actually gonna go discard the Raihan and we'll establish the Arceus. So these decks have stopped playing Energy Denial. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach the double turbo. We'll establish a Sobble and then hopefully next turn we can find the V-Star and a switching card so that we can start attacking and doing damage. Now, I do have a healthy amount of basic energy to the point where I can reliably power up 2 Arceus V-Stars with purely water energies as long as prices don't affect us, right? I also have Cheer and Scare to absorb a hit and get those energies back to power up other people. And I have Path to a Peak to nullify the ability at least for a turn. So on paper, we should be in a good spot on paper, right? What? So my opponent had the raw mustard in hand. That is insane. I don't get it. How do my opponents handpick their cards like that? Like, how often, if you are a player that plays on the ladder, that plays tournaments, how often do these decks pull off the mustard? Not very often. And how often do they pull it off without the Arceus V-Star ability? Like, just raw. They play 1 copy of the card, right? So I am just like amazed. I am truly, truly amazed by my opponent and by what just happened. Alright, so I will have to use Starbirth, unfortunately, just for a switching card on that Manaphy, the only scoop of net that I have as well. Okay, so clearly I'm getting attacked, right? I do have this to search for anything that I might need. I also have the Luminion if I need it. So I reckon I grab the Arceus V-Star to evolve and have the follow-up attack guaranteed. And I do have the Share and Scare as well. I think that's the way to play this out. So I'll go ahead and Trinity Nova. And I will power up with 3 waters. I did prize a water. So now the worst case scenario is my opponent goes boss on the Arceus, right? Like, if that happens, that's just... Which is not out of the question at all, honestly. There's 1 boss down, assuming that deck plays 4. However, it is a different list, though, because it plays Adventures Discovery, not... Well, we don't know. They do play Ultra, clearly, but... Okay, now they have the boss. Yeah, now they have the guaranteed boss with the Starbirth, so... Or they can just Pokegear for it. Easy. How? I don't even know. With the switch, with the Arceus, and with the double turbo energy. Like, that's what just blows my mind. My opponent could, like, barely would have picked a better starting hand, honestly. And they get to conserve. The double turbo. I am just in another world of like what is going on. I lose my Arceus. And this is not me complaining. This is me being amazed at my opponents who handpick their cards when I struggle to set up. Okay, that was I guess nice top deck. Allows me to search for the path to a peak without being scared of dead drawing. I could play a boss on this Teraldon. That would probably buy me some valuable time. We know my opponent has a research in hand though, so maybe I just attack this dude that's damaged. If I find another Arceus, then like I might be fine. Which I do. Okay. I do. So I know I have exactly one energy. And I forgot to, I did not bench the Soul, which is a mistake. If I top the gate level ball or a drizzle, I'm gonna kick myself. But yeah, I really should have benched that Soul. There's no reason not to have benched that Soul. That's a big mistake on my part. So we haven't lost, but the worst things have happened back to back, basically. Okay, just find another research. Find the stadium, sure. Alright, they choose not to retreat though. If I get the drizzle here, I'm gonna kick myself. Okay, I did not get the drizzle. Alright, so now I need Intillion in order to finish off this Duraldon. But I'm pretty sure I'm dead. That's only their second stadium. Once they counter the stadium, the game's over. So this seems like a very bad matchup, honestly. With only two paths, I don't think there's any way for you to win. Okay, so I do have the Share and Scare. I did prize another Arceus. Oh no, I did not prize another Arceus actually, never mind. So I'm just gonna get the incense for the Arceus. Not great. Definitely not a great setup for me, but it is what it is. Nothing you can do against a turn 1 Mustard Raw with the power up of the Arceus VSTAR. That's really difficult to come back from. Really darn difficult. So if they counter a stadium, the game's over. If they don't counter a stadium, I still probably lose, but not guaranteed at least. Okay, so there you go, research. So best case scenario, if they don't counter a stadium, they power up, I go boss. That's it. Okay, so I have no way to damage this now. If they hand counter the stadium, I promote this, go boss attack. And if the stadium sticks, I have the scoop up net to just go boss KO. Right? But obviously now that the stadium has been countered, I have no way to damage the Duraldon. Alright, we get to go first again, which is always good. We have a very sad start. That's also like back-to-back Manaphy starts. What are the chances of that happening? I don't know why. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this deck went 9-1 total in games with best of 3 top cut and won the whole tournament, right? Over 100 players in that tournament. I don't have the luck required to be successful at this game anymore. I truly don't. I truly believe that. There's a luck factor that's very important at the moment in the game that I am not acquainted with. As seen in most of my videos, right? Sometimes I get very lucky, yes, but Pierce into the double, into the power up, into the, yeah, I mean, that works. Very nice. Pretty sure I'm dead here. Sobble pass is a very bad turn 1. No matter what you do. or what you're up against. Sobble Pass is just dreadful. With a mana if you start to boot. Alright. So I have to Ring Splash. I don't have to, no. Do I just research here? I feel like I do. Losing both Choice Belt and Big Charm, I don't think that's very impactful. I'm always getting two-shot here, and I think just finding cards is important. I mean, you never know when you'll end up attacking with Intillion, right? So, might as well. Okay. So clearly I won't need to worry about weakness. And my opponent gets the Malamar. We're actually safe because they put back the Arceus, we have the Incense, they put back the Incense, we have the Arceus, so we'll be okay to have a follow-up attack. No way. Alright, so I need Melanie then. At least the mana feed's going down and my Arceus is not getting damaged. So I wonder, which do you choose? The Arceus or the Incense? I feel like it's the Arceus, right? Because by putting down the Incense, by putting away the Arceus, you force me to burn the Incense, and that's a resource burnt that I cannot use later on to find another Arceus, to find the Intillion, so I feel like that would be the card to go for. Yeah, so my opponent picks correctly. Alright, so I mean, that's a good card to get, I guess. So we'll grab the Arceus, and we need to grab Melanie plus the double, and then hope for the best. And then we hope for the best. So Starbirth, our one copy of Melanie. I mean, I guess I could grab Raihan. If I grab Raihan, I get another card. So is that better? I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it technically is. Alright, so we'll do this, we'll do the Raihan, one to you, and then, so I have an Arceus ready to be powered up, so I think I just grab the Incense, because then that gives me the Intillion. However, if they go boss KO, I mean, why would they do that, right? Oh, but they're gonna put the card away, so I need to grab something that will... that's actually really bad. Oh, so it should have been Melanie then. For the extra draw. Yeah, it really should have been the Melanie. Okay, so I guess I'll grab something I can immediately play then. Quick Ball and just get rid of the Stadium, I guess. Yeah, and then the boss will be the card that goes to the bottom, which is fine. But this opens up better top decks as well. Alright. Not the best, but it's honest work. And if for some reason they fear, like they decide to retreat, they fear the KO, they decide to retreat and power up with Arceus VSTAR, then I get to keep the boss and I get to go after the Malamar VMAX anyway. So I guess it's a win-win. If they put the boss away, then I'm getting through prizes. If they don't, then I still get through prizes. So no matter what, I get through prizes right here. Okay, they don't Marnie me. They don't Marnie me. Oh, wow, I do not deserve a top deck like that. I absolutely do not deserve a top deck like that. I'm not happy about that top deck because I wouldn't want my opponent to top deck a card like that if the situation was reversed, right? So obviously I'm personally happy, but in terms of a gameplay, it's definitely not a fair thing for my opponent to have happen. All right, so goodbye TCE. We'll attach here, and we'll go ahead and Trinity Nova for the knockout with a clean Arceus. We saw my opponent do nothing, right? Which is really nice. And we got 3 prizes, so almost could not have been better. I don't know what would have made that turn better. And we have the Share and Scare for next turn to heal up this Arceus. Or the active if needed, but... Alright, so not happy with having Malamar VMAX. They choose to play Galarian Moltres V as well. That is very surprising. And not very ideal, I don't think. But hey, to each their own. Okay, so just 110. So now we know they are dead drawing. So I definitely think I should use this opportunity. Double boss wins me. Oh, but I lost one of the bosses. Okay, so never mind. And my choice build's there, so I cannot KO this guy. That sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna Share and Scare you. And sure, I will evolve you. I will evolve you. This is where not having quick shooting Inteleon is actually hurting me. Actively hurting me. Alright, so we'll do this, and we'll go ahead and... I could retreat, but I don't think I should. That's rough though. That's definitely rough. 200 after the... Oh my gosh, I don't KO this after the Aura Burn. So maybe I should have healed the active. Alright, well, never mind. They top deck that. Yeah, we're not in a good spot. Unless they can't attack me with a Moltres, right? That would be ideal. So the best case scenario right now is my opponent... I have one grass, I mean not grass, one water energy. Oh no, it's not priced, never mind. I don't have a water energy priced. So I need to find one more energy, that's it. Or with the Share and Scare I can just heal outright. Okay, my opponent chooses to attach to Malamar. I think the right play there would have been to retreat and knock out with Moltres. But I guess they don't know I don't have quick shooting or a second choice build. So I'm happy if they just attack. Well, now they have to. Oh no, never mind. They don't have to do anything. This also doesn't make sense. Like, they should be attacking with the Moltres this turn. Not the Arceus and not the Malamar. But who am I to judge? I also priced 2 Sobbles this game, and I haven't gotten any of the prize cards. I think as long as the boss is in the deck, we should be able to win this one. Okay, so we get more need out of this hand. And it'll be 3 cards thanks to the Malamar. Which will probably end up being the Drizzle. Yeah. It'll be the Drizzle, and then whatever I top deck, and then the Share and Scare. That's what they'll be removing. However, by doing this, my opponent's literally telling me, okay, like, they are at 3 prizes. I attack them, and then they have to attack with something else, because then I just win. So whatever I top deck, if the Malamar is still active, I just win. If it's not, then whatever I top deck over the next 2 turns, I will get to keep, and all I need is Drizzle or Incense or Inteleon, as I just got, in order to win this. So I'm gonna play down the path to a peak. I'm gonna do this, and like I said, it's a win-win. If my opponent takes away the Inteleon, that means the Malamar was active, and we're fine. If they don't attack my hand, the boss is right there, They have no way to get me that I know of. And they retreat, they attack me with something else, and then I just search for the boss and I win the game, so... Okay, interesting Pumpkaboo right there. That is not a card I would have expected here. Oh, you know what? That wins them the game. Crushing Hammer Head Flip wins the game too. That's fair. That is fair. Losing to Crushing Hammer would be very sad. Okay, they didn't fin with Ultra Ball, which is very surprising. I'm sure they have at least one Pokemon left. Okay, Tails, that's good. That's 50-50, man. So, unless you found more, you got your coin flip in the beginning, you didn't get it now. This coin flip actually was more meaningful than the first one. Okay, so now they're gonna attack with Moltres. They did it the other way around. They really should have done it the opposite. Let's go. Alright, so I think I won this game more based on my opponent's not ideal decisions. Like, he was really eager to just attack my hand, right? Like, make me dead drop. That's the gimmick of the deck, but they literally just made it easier for me to win by letting me get a hit on that dude. They don't know how many choice belts or boss's orders I played, but I don't know. I definitely feel like that was a very suboptimal way to play this, right? You want it to be at one price card with a Malamar VMAX controlling the hand, right? Possibly making your opponent with the boss's orders. I think that would have been ideal. But yeah, interesting games. As always, like, the first few turns are difficult, especially if you don't bench an Arceus. But we pulled through in this game, so I'm happy about that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and